Welcome to Unfrazzle, a podcast for solo business owners with a big vision who are ready for a kinder, more sustainable approach to productivity. I'm Louise Miller, and each week I share bite-sized insights to help you step away from the hustle, stop faffing and stay focused so you can make your brilliant ideas happen and make a bigger impact in the world. So grab yourself a cuppa and let's get started. I was recently asked the question, what are you an expert in? And part of my response to that was that I'm an expert in slow, sustainable productivity and gentle, flexible planning. And that represents a bit of a breakthrough for me because I've avoided using both of those P words, productivity and planning, for a very long time. I used to shy away from using the word productivity in case it was misleading to people and that they were going to think I was some kind of peddler of hacks or quick fixes or one-size-fits-all magic bullets, which if you've been in my world for any amount of time, you'll know I don't believe any of those things exist because we're all so very different. Talking about planning never feels very exciting. It doesn't feel like something that people are going to prick up their ears and want to listen to. I've avoided talking about planning overtly. I mean, of course, it comes up every now and then, but I've avoided leaning into that word too much, just in case it turns people off and feels really boring, or you feel like you know it all already. Why would you want to listen to me? All of that stuff. But the truth of the matter is I have helped many business owners like you to transform their relationship with planning so that they are actually following through and getting the important stuff done. So I'm going to talk about planning a little bit today, and I'm going to do it loudly and proudly in the hope that you will find something in what I'm sharing today that will help you to think about it differently too. So I'm going to talk about what planning means and doesn't mean in my world. But first I want to address the elephant in the room because I know people bring their own agenda to the table when it comes to this subject. So maybe you've been told that planning needs to be done in a certain way. Maybe someone's given you a spreadsheet template to fill in, for example. Or maybe you've sworn off planning altogether because you've never been able to stick to the plan you created. And that always leaves you feeling that you're not good enough or there must be something wrong with you. And I absolutely get it. On the surface, it feels like this idea of planning should be a kind of neutral, benign thing that we can all just do. But so many solo business owners are carrying around such a lot of baggage when it comes to planning, usually because they've had some kind of bad experience in the past that what they were trying just didn't work for them, and it's just made them feel terrible about themselves. So today I'm here to clear a few things up and hopefully inspire you to put some of that baggage down so that you can bring a little bit more lightness to your planning. So let's start by getting crystal clear about what I don't mean when I'm talking about planning. So I don't mean you should create a plan that tells you exactly what you're doing with every single half an hour in every single day from now until forever. And over the years, I've actually only worked with one client who wanted to map things out in that much detail and for whom that approach felt good and worked. But for most of us mere mortals, approaching planning in that way would be really counterproductive because when things are planned out to that extent, all it takes is one false move and the whole house of cards comes falling down. So I don't want you to create a plan that requires you to be a productivity robot where you're being 100% productive 100% of the time, because that's not how human beings work. And I don't want you to create a pie in the sky plan that has no basis in your reality right now and sets you up to fail. And I understand the appeal of planning in a way that feels aspirational, but let's be honest, unless you're going to have a personality, brain or life transplant, chances are that those sorts of plans, those sorts of aspirational, this is what I wish I could be doing plans, are going to leave you feeling really frustrated and riddled with self-doubt. When I talk about planning in my world, I really don't want you to create a plan that ignores the fact that you're a multifaceted human who is more than your work. There is more going on in your life than just your business. So factoring that into your planning is going to make sure you're, leaving space for everything that's important to you, not just your work. And most importantly, I never ever want you to create a rigid, inflexible plan that you'll bash yourself around the head with if, or, let's face it, when you don't follow it perfectly. And that's something that I repeat often in Make It Happen Club, right? The aim of our monthly momentum planning sessions is not to create the perfect plan that you're going to follow perfectly every day of the month. Because life happens and we all under or overestimate how long things will take. And so beating yourself up because of that is neither helpful nor necessary. And in my world, planning is never a pass-fail situation. Yes, we can feel disappointed and we can learn from what happened when things didn't go according to plan, but there is no need to turn that into some huge drama, because not getting everything done doesn't mean anything at all about you, your abilities, or your value as a human. In my world, planning is very simple. Planning means making conscious, intentional choices about how to invest your time, energy, and attention. And that's it, right? Whether you're working with me or going solo, I want you to create plans that are grounded in your reality, that take into account your capacity, what's going on in your life, and how you work best. I want your plans to give you just enough structure, that kind of Goldilocks amount that's just right for you, where there's also space protected in your diary for what's most important, and there's enough flexibility that it feels spacious and expansive and motivating to you. And I want you to actually use your plans so that they can serve as an anchor and a guide, so that they can keep you on track and show you the progress that you're making, so that your plans are actually helping you see what you're capable of when you have clarity and focus. I want the plans you create to acknowledge your humanness. So they include space for fun and for rest and for all of that life admin that we have to make space for. I want you to create plans that you are excited to take action on and that will keep you moving closer to your vision and goals. I want you to feel good about planning in your business. And I can't help you with that if I'm too scared to use the word planning. So if you like the sound of my approach to creating plans for your life and your business, and if you would like to create a really gorgeous, spacious and achievable plan for the next 12 months, I'm actually running a live online workshop on the 4th of September, and I would really love for you to join me. So all you need to do is just send me a quick email or a DM on LinkedIn, and the links to those things will be in the show notes. Just let me know that you're interested and I will send you more details. So as always, I hope that this helps, that it gets you excited about planning in your business, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Thank you for listening to Unfrazzle. If you enjoyed this episode, please share it with a friend who needs a dose of calm productivity in their life. And I'd love it if you could leave me a rating and a review, as that will help more people discover this podcast. If you'd like to hear more from me to help you stop faffing and take back control of your time, you'll find a link to join my mailing list in the show notes, and I would really love for you to join us. So thanks so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you next time.